All right, we're back. Left off at Alexa Bliss getting eliminated by Rhea Ripley because Rhea Ripley watches anime and knows not to let people transform into their higher form.
I hope people take a note of that and, like, capitalize on it. Like, if the Fiend ever comes back and the lights start going down, I hope somebody's like, book it.
Yeah. I now that you mentioned it, I remember seeing like it was like a compilation of like all the Fiend's attacks, and it was like you would have thought after like the first 2 or 3 attacks that anyone that saw the light start going out would have just said run.
Yep.
And especially what plays it up each time is that after it's happened a while, the commentators start yelling to each person, run, run, and they just kind of just sit there like, I wonder what's going on. It's not like I haven't seen this happen.
What's going on? Is it Sting? I think we left off. It's number 28 of 30 entrants.
Ember Moon.
Ember Moon.
So,
strong showing.
Yeah, strong showing. She immediately goes after Baszler. Mm-hmm. Which, when I saw that, I was like, alright, call him back to NXT again.
Yeah, I wonder if these are intentional callbacks or if it's just the case that everybody's had just some interaction with each other at NXT.
Yeah.
Well, maybe NXT just has a really rich history of storytelling.
Exactly. Number 29, Nia Jax.
Right.
And I think at this point, this is when like when people just start clearing house, you know?
Yeah.
Like I forgot to mention, when the ring started getting full, when Ripley and Charlotte got in, that's when they started clearing house. And here, they let
Ripley got more than a few eliminations that looked nasty.
Yeah, and so here they let kind of Jackson Baszler kind of go off a bit. And
right.
Let me see. Oh, we forgot to mention that Bayley got eliminated 12th.
WWE almost forgot to say it. They had to replay that because it happened during something else happening.
Yeah, I believe it came and it happened during Alicia Fox's entrance and the whole 24/7 title thing. That's when it happened. But so, yeah, the people start getting eliminated, you know. Tamina gets eliminated by Jackson Baszler.
Yep.
Baszler gets eliminated by Jax. Then Lana starts trying to fight Jax, and I literally, the moment I saw the charge, I was like, alright, where's the bridge with the ropes? And of course, now Lana gets to eliminate Jax, which I guess you can say is finally payoff for all those weeks being put through a table.
Kinda.
Yeah, kind of. They had to give her something, but then immediately after, Jackson Baszler just start beating up everyone that's still left in the Rumble.
Yeah, I like that. There's, if they're going to be big bullies, why play by the rules? So the 2 eliminated women go back in and just start beating people up for the sake of beating them up.
Number 30, Natalya comes out and gets assaulted by them, and then they throw her in after beating up the other people. And then Natalya eliminates Lana. And it wasn't until she did that I realized, wow, we're already down to the final 4.
I know, right? And, like, Natalya eliminating Lana was, I don't know, there's something about it that just maybe hindered my ability to appreciate Lana eliminating Nia Jax. Because Natalya and Lana are former tag team partners. They look like they're dressed the exact same. Yeah. It looks like they're going to be buddy-buddy and maybe work together. And you think Natalya has got to be smarter than she presented. Why wouldn't she wait until later to eliminate Lana? Somebody who is, for all intents and purposes, willing to help her.
Yeah. But so we're down to the final 4 of Charlotte, Natalya, Bianca, and Rhea. And the moment I saw it, I was like, okay, it's 2018 Men's Rumble again with the supposed old guard versus the new guard.
I hadn't thought of that.
And so I was like, okay.
No, it's so funny. You just forget, like, Natalya's role in that company sometimes.
Yeah.
I just was like, I had the same thought, but it was different. I thought, God, I have a 50-50 chance of being delighted by the outcome of this.
Yeah. But then Bianca eliminates Natalya, and so we get a flashback to last year of NXT. You get Rhea, Bianca, and Charlotte. And the moment I saw it, and I saw Rhea and Bianca lock eyes, I said, there is no reason for you two to go after each other. Look at the women who essentially, in the fans' eyes, at least NXT fans, look at the women who derailed both of you. Who took Bianca? Look at the woman who took away what was gonna be yours, possibly at Portland. Rhea, look at the woman who took away what was yours at WrestleMania, and then kind of sent you on what fans declared as a downfall and stuff. There is no reason for you guys to go after each other. You have a common enemy right here in Charlotte.
I like to think that Charlotte is the big show of the women's Royal Rumble. Though she's not 7 foot tall or 5 or 400 pounds, she is the same threat as the big show in those Rumbles where people go, it's gonna take all of us.
Yeah, and the moment, they just immediately start going after her and everything. And there was moments where I was like, oh no, Charlotte's gonna eliminate one of them. And then it's gonna be down and because all I was thinking of was, I was like, all I had was flashbacks to past Rumbles. I was like, they've seen that in order to get the babyface they want cheered, they'll throw in Roman as the final participant, so that if the fans did before fans didn't like Roman, they were like, let's throw in Roman as a final participant so that whoever wins can basically be guaranteed a huge pop. I was like, they're gonna do that so that either Bianca or Rhea gets a big pop because there's not fans there, but a big pop because they eliminated Charlotte. But I was so thankful that they throw out Charlotte. And, they're left, both looking like they're about to go out after, brawling a bit. Yeah. But they, literally, they get up, they look at each other and say, no funny business. Let's just do this clean. They both get in and stare each other down. And I was like, this is the perfect scenario right here. Mm-hmm. Just two women that I think no one would have been mad with them winning.
Not at all.
And this was truly, building for the future of the women's division. This is them acknowledging, our Raw women's division is kind of tough. We're building our SmackDown women's division, but this is our future building, and essentially kind of showing the fans these are our two guys or two women that that they want to build the future around.
Yeah, and they go back and forth trying to fling each other into the ropes. I'm trying to think of how it ends.
I really love the ending transition.
Yeah.
You have Rhea and them trying to lock up, trying to pick each other up, and then that's when Rhea catches her, and you think she's going to hit the riptide and throw her out.
Yes.
But then Bianca just escapes and then gets her up for the KOD, but she escapes. And then, I think she pushes Rhea, who then bounces off the ropes a bit, and as she's trying to come back, Bianca just runs, clotheslines her over, and Bianca wins the Rumble.
Clotheslines are so hard, I think it knocks her back into the ring even further than she was.
Mm-hmm.
Complete disbelief that she's the only one left in the ring.
Yeah, I was... You said it in the last episode, and I'll say it right now. I believe that the women's Rumble was better than the men's.
I also agree. What do you think? How do you think this women's Rumble has stacks up to the three that preceded it?
So, I think it was better than 2019's, just because I think 2019's was kind of lacking a bit, in the overall storytelling.
Is that the one that Becky won?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, there wasn't really any storytelling to 2019 until Becky came out.
Oh, sure, I get you. And I would say this one's better than last year when Charlotte won.
Yeah.
Because that one was hampered by the fact that Baszler didn't win it.
Yeah, and I think it's up there with 2018's, because 2018's had a lot of good returns, a lot of good storytelling moments in it.
The only the end was Asuka eliminating both Bellas.
Yeah, and the only
OP Bellas.
The only hindrance to that Rumble to me is Stephanie McMahon on commentary.
Oh goodness, I completely forgot. But you know what? I'll say it. I think this one was the best one they put on so far.
Yeah, I'm down with that one too, especially because if anyone deserved the Rumble win, it was definitely Bianca.
Hey, and what do you think happens to Rhea after last night?
I think they're doing a little. They might do a feud with Alexa.
That's what I thought. I thought it's funny. As soon as she threw her out, I thought, oh no, she sealed her own fate.
Yeah,
she's gonna be haunted by the creepy doll woman.
Yeah, and here's my only thing for that is if they're gonna go with a feud between the Fiend version of Alexa and Rhea, I really hope they don't have Rhea act a lot like how Asuka was acting. Because my main complaint with the whole Asuka and Alexa thing was it was like, man, you have Asuka who, was always touting that no one's ready for her and stuff, and in NXT she was scared of no one down there,
Right.
She went up against the top of the cream of the crop and stuff, and she was never afraid, and then you're telling me Alexa just riding like one of those like little horse toy things and stuff, or her swinging on a swing set is what's scaring Asuka. It was like, man.
I know what you mean. And you know what I'm worried about? If she does go up against Nega Alexa Bliss, is she just lost the Rumble. And the last time we saw her, she lost the last woman's standing match with Raquel. And before that, we saw her lose a War Games match. Because didn't the heel team win? Yes. Yeah. Raquel pinned
Io.
Rhea.
Io.
She's Io. You're right. It was Io. But I mean, we said that this downfall started in June. It hasn't stopped.
Yeah. You look at it.
The profile of the matches are still high.
Yeah.
She still looks strong, but she ain't winning.
Yeah. It's like, she lost at Mania. She technically lost against Io as to who would challenge Charlotte,
Yes.
She lost at In Your House. She's the one that ate the pinfall, even though it should have been Charlotte.
Yes, it should have.
The only win she got was against Aaliyah at Great American Bash against Robert Stone as well, but it was like, I don't know if you want to count that as a win. What else happens? Oh man, she loses, or no, she beats Raquel first, but that was like before they start really building up Raquel. She loses to Io, I think once or twice, again. Then she loses again, like you mentioned, in War Games. Then she loses Raquel and stuff, and now she's lost the Rumble, being the final two. It's like, she really needs a win here.
Yep, and here's hoping that she can beat a woman who's literally half her size.
Yeah. The next match, last man standing, Owens versus Reigns for the Universal title.
Mm-hmm. Jack, we can spend any amount of time on this. I was probably the most distracted during this match. I had my ear open and I looked up at all the high spots, and there were more than a few here.
Yeah. There was Owens diving off the forklift.
Mm-hmm.
There was Reigns throwing Owens out of the stands through a table.
Right.
There was Owens getting run over by a golf cart, literally going through the windshield.
Was just him getting blindsided by a golf cart that comes from off screen.
And what I really loved was that Owens, for the most part, didn't look as to give it away. Obviously the camera panning out and being in this big area, you knew something was happening. But Owens never literally looked up, and the only giveaway was when you see him kind of jump to get hit by it. But other than that,
it happened so fast, right? And it's funny how quiet the golf cart is. You don't even hear it approach.
Yeah. But so there was that spot, and then finally you get to the spot where Owens gets Reigns down. Originally, Reigns was going to try and handcuff Owens down because he wasn't keeping up. Oh, I forgot to mention, Reigns spears Owens through the Titantron area.
Mm-hmm.
But so then he's trying to handcuff Owens down as to say, you know what, I can't put you down, so I'm going to force you down. But then Owens gets him, and that's when he handcuffs Reigns there, and it's looking like it's going to happen. Owens